Welcome everybody. Getting ready to start worship here in just a minute. Today we're going to be talking again in this series on Joseph. And so we're going to be in Genesis chapter 37 if you got your Bibles. But first, let's head into worship. Let's go.
You stood before creation, eternity in your hand, and you spoke the earth into motion, my soul now to stand. You stood before my failure and carried the cross for my shame. My sin weighed upon your shoulders, my soul now to stand. So what could I say? What could I do but offer this heart, oh God, completely to you? So I woke up on salvation. So what could I say? And what could I do? But offer this heart, oh God, completely to you.
Grand earth has quaked before, moved by the sound of his voice, and seas that are shaken and stirred can be calmed and broken for my regard. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And through it all, it is well. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And it is well with me. And far be it from me to not believe, even when my eyes can't see. And this mountain that's in front of me will be thrown into the midst of the sea. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And through it all, it is well. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And it is well. It is well. So let go, my soul, and trust in him. The waves and wind still know his name. So let go, my soul, and trust in him. The waves and wind still know his name. And through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well with me.
All right, well, welcome back from worship, everybody. So, have you ever been shocked? So, one of the things that's been interesting is when you text now, we all use emojis and all that kind of stuff, and GIFs, which is the correct way to pronounce it, by the way. And we all use these different ways of communicating our emotions. And one of the ones that we use a little more rare than some of the others is like the big-eyed, shocked face. What? And, there's all sorts of ways to represent that. But have you ever been shocked? Like, you don't know what to say. You don't know what to do. You're like, I don't, what is happening? You ever had that moment? Well, I want you to think for a minute, because we're going to talk about, this is one of the first questions in group, or you can share in group. Well, when's the last time you were just kind of floored? You're like, what is happening right now, right? I think we've all had that moment. So think about yours for a second. You got one? Man. So I've been shocked before. Sometimes there's been moments in the world where I'm out doing something, grocery store or whatever, and you see something, you're like, what is happening right now? On vacation, the last night we were there on vacation, this was a couple weeks ago, and some of you heard this story, but it's kind of a longer story, but just to sum up, this one kid got dunked by this guy in the pool. We thought, okay, you know him. The guy was being kind of rough. We were like, okay, they know each other, whatever. Turns out the guy, the probably 40-year-old, 30-year-old man, didn't know the like 8 or 9-year-old boy that he was dunking. He just was like slinging this kid around. He didn't know. So of course, the dad is all upset. The kid comes over right in front of me, gets his dad out of the hot tub where the dad was sitting, and says, "Hey, Dad, somebody just tried to drown me." And I remember my face being kind of like, oh no. So this big beefy dad goes over and gets in the guy's face. "Why are you trying to mess with my kid?" There's a big argument. Eventually, like, they're arguing enough and other people are getting involved and police show up and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like watching going, what is happening right now, right? And so it ends with this moment of I've never been maybe more speechless in my life, where eventually the dude tries to walk around. Dad and the police are talking. Sir dunks a lot, tries to walk around them and like walk away, leave, or whatever. Well, Dad wouldn't have it. He steps around the police officers. The police officers trying to stop him. And he takes the guy and like two-hand chucks the guy. Now, a couple of things you need to know. One, the dude that got chucked, he was probably 6'2", 6'3", like kind of regular sized dude, but nothing small. But Dad was like maybe a little taller than me, about my height, but he was a good like 350, 375. It's a big man. And he two-hand hurls this guy, and he goes into the pool. And he probably lands, I would say, a good 15, 17 feet from the edge of the pool. I mean, he launched him. And I remember like, what is happening? And I remember looking around and you saw everybody's face. Everybody had kind of been on edge and yelling and all this kind of stuff, and everybody reacted the same way. It was like this moment of shock. And there was this moment for Joseph in our story today. This moment of just shock. And so we talked last week. Joseph, his dad liked him best. He was his favorite because his dad had several wives, and his favorite wife only had one kid and had that kid last, and that kid was Joseph. And so the dad was like, "You're my favorite. Clearly you're my favorite. You're my favorite. You're my favorite." And well, actually, you know what? I got a couple guys I want to maybe tell this first part of the story of Joseph, and then we'll pick it up from there. So watch this.
All right, you were just, yeah, let's just do the story of Joseph, because that's a great story of how God is in control and all that kind of stuff.
Okay,
It's
but
awesome.
we only have a certain amount of time.
Well, it's okay. We'll get it done.
You think so?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not- well, I mean, what is it, like they're going to stop us? I mean, it's not like they're going to put a big clock on the screen and like, if time's up, what are you going to do?
Okay, we gotta go. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Jacob had 12 sons, and his favorite was a guy named Joseph.
Yes, and Joseph, Jacob loved Joseph so much that he made him this beautiful coat. Now, I'm not talking just any coat. I mean, it was like this Technicolor coat. I mean, it was truly amazing.
Okay, just, you know what, call it what it was, okay? It was a rainbow coat, all right? I mean, can you imagine a dad giving a son a rainbow coat?
Hey, son, look what I got for you. Look at this coat right here. Look
Hey,
at
Dad.
How
Hey,
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Did you know you're my favorite?
Well, yeah, I got that idea. Your limp. How's your limp?
Oh, it's good.
How'd you say you got that again?
Old wrestling wound.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
got it, yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Now, look, I made you this coat. You like it? You like it? You like it?
Are you sure you didn't make that for Mom?
No. I made it for you. It's a rainbow coat. I couldn't just pick one color.
That's you could have.
No.
You could have picked one color.
No,
but
it's for you.
You know what? That's fine. Thanks,
No,
Dad.
put it on,
Thanks- You know what? I'd rather not.
I need you to put it on.
You know, I'd
Come
like-
on, you're my
okay,
favorite. Put it on, put it on.
Okay. Oh, this is awkward.
Yes.
Ah, there we go.
Oh,
everybody.
yes. Look at that. What do you think?
Well, it seems like a Care Bear threw up on it.
Oh, it's beautiful. You're my favorite.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
You know what? For us to see colors like that back in my day, we'd have to smash our head against a wall just to see Technicolors like that.
It's so funny. I want to smash my head against the wall
There
right
you go.
now.
Do your brothers know that you're my favorite?
I think it's understood.
I'll tell him. He's my favorite!
And he was his favorite. And actually, Joseph started getting in on the same thing. Not only would he brag about being his favorite, but he started telling his brothers about these weird dreams he was having. Hey, Simeon.
Hey, bro, what's up?
Just wearing my coat.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I didn't want to tell you this, but people around town, they are talking about you and your coat, and they're kind of making fun of you.
Jealous.
No, I don't think they're jealous. I mean, it's a rainbow coat, dude.
And it's awesome. Do you know why I have a rainbow coat?
Yeah.
I'm Daddy's favorite.
I know.
Yeah, you know what? I was
What?
going to tell you.
Uh-huh.
Just the other night, I had this dream. You know what it was about?
What? That you died?
No, that's not even funny, okay? No.
Kind of is.
It was so cool. It was like you guys were bowing down to me, and I was all like, check it out, And I was all like, go, Joseph, you know what I mean. Go, Joseph, here in my dream. What do you think of that?
That's what I think about that.
And that is what they thought about that. In fact, the brothers were so angry with Joseph that they had a how to get rid of Joseph meeting with everyone present except for Joseph.
All right, the how to get rid of Joseph meeting with everyone present except for Joseph now may come to order.
Oh.
Yes, what is it, Zebulon?
Why are you talking with a British accent?
Because everybody in the Bible talks with a British accent.
Oh, excellent. Yes. Carry on. Yes.
All right. What should we do to get rid of our brother Joseph? Anyone but Zebulon. He's the creepy one. Anyone else? Come
choose
on.
me.
Other brothers. He watches
Me.
he plays way too much video games. Come on.
Please,
Anyone else?
choose me.
All right, Zebulon. What do you think?
I say we blow off his face with a bazooka.
All right. See, that's what I'm talking about. We cannot do that. We have to make it look inconspicuous. How about this? How about we sell him as a slave?
Boring.
All right. We rip up the coat.
Yes.
And we put blood all over it, and
Yes.
we tell Daddy that he's dead.
I'll get the blood. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
And that's exactly what they did. And the brothers thought they were rid of this dreamer. But here's the deal. When God has a vision, nothing can stop God.
Yeah, and
Okay, so those are the skit guys. If you've never seen them before, maybe you have. They're hysterical, really funny. They put up all sorts of videos and that kind of stuff. The skit guys. So in our story, in the actual Bible, it's Genesis 37. You get finished with that dream part where he's telling about the dream. We talked about that last week. And then in this moment of the brothers see him coming because they've all gone on a work trip, he got to stay home with Dad. Finally, Dad's like, hey, maybe you should go check on your brothers. So he goes and he checks the first place. They've already moved on to the next place. He follows them. It says they see him a long way off and they begin plotting. We need to have, as it said in the video, we need to have a meeting about Joseph with Joseph not there. And they all kind of said, yeah, kill him. That sounds like a good plan. And one of them, Reuben, had a conscience. And he goes, let's throw him in a pit or something like that. And in Reuben's mind, the Bible says, he was thinking, I'll come rescue him later. So they throw him down in this pit. While in this pit, they go eating. Well, while they're eating, and Reuben kind of went off, and I think he was probably trying to sneak around or whatever, the other brothers see this slave caravan come and thought, hey, why kill him when we can make money off of him? So they sell him into slavery, sell Joseph into slavery, and then they take his robe, dip it in blood, bring it back to the dad. Reuben discovers that he's gone from the pit. Reuben's all upset, but doesn't say anything to dad, of course. And they all come back to dad with this robe, blood on it. Hey, I think somebody, when he was out looking for us, he must have got attacked or something, so dad's all upset. And here you have Joseph, who would have been a favorite, had been pampered, had been all these different things. But he also had been promised that he felt like from God that his brothers and his family were going to worship him. And so he felt like he had this promise from God. He felt like he was favored by God because, he's the elite and all this kind of stuff. And you have this moment where it seems like everything's going wrong. And I don't know about you, but if I was Joseph, I would have had the shocked face. Like, when I showed up, like, hey, brothers, how are you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing good. And they pick me up, rip my coat of many colors off of me, throw me down in a pit, so there's no water at the bottom, so he just kind of lands at the bottom of this pit. Eventually, like, all right, here's a rope, come on up. Okay, oh, guys, why are you so, sell them into slavery. At some point in there, you would have had this, like, what is happening right now? And you have all these different things going on. And then it says that there's this verse that says, but God was with Joseph. God was with Joseph. They sell him, they do all this kind of stuff. They took, when he was sold into slavery, he was actually taken to Egypt. But God was with Joseph. And we're going to eventually find there's lots of other stories that goes into different moments. And there's Joseph and Potiphar's wife, and there's all these different things that happen. But God was with Joseph. It's an important moment. So I want you to think just for a second. When is the last time you felt God with you? Think about it. Genesis 39, first part of verse 2. He's sold into slavery. He's sold into this household of the captain of the guard of the Pharaoh. And it says, the Lord was with Joseph, and he became. The Lord was with Joseph, and he became. And a lot of times we like to have happy endings, and we're going to get to some of the endings of Joseph's story in the weeks ahead. But today, I think we just need to hear this one specific thought. That when you don't know what to do, when you're unsure, because that's what this whole series is about, is what do we do when we don't know what to do? What do we do when we don't know what to do? And last week we talked about some components of that, but this week, when you don't know what to do, you need to realize one truth, and it's a truth you can cling to. When you don't know what to do, God is with you. That's something you can cling to. And here's the thing. When those moments happen, we can, I think it's funny because we react in different ways, even to the same type of moments. Sometimes we're shocked at how well we handle stuff. It's like all of a sudden we're cool under pressure and we're getting stuff done, and like those moments don't overwhelm us. And then sometimes the opposite. Sometimes it's like we just can't get a grip on anything. It feels like everything's spiraling out of control, and we've had both those reactions to those moments. And the same is true with our God. We have some moments where in the hard times and the tough times, we turn to God, and it feels like he gives us an amazing peace, and he gives us focus and clarity and comfort. And then there's other times where I think if we're honest, we're kind of like, God, where are you? I'm in this moment, I don't know what to do. Where are you? And I think whether you're cool under pressure, or you react badly to pressure situations, or maybe you never know how you're going to react. I think it's important to remember the Lord is with you always. The Lord is with you always. Joseph was sold into slavery. He's thrown in a pit. His dad didn't know where he was. He's taken from the pit, sold into slavery, and then the brother that was trying to be kind to him didn't know where he was, and the dad didn't know where he was. He was sold eventually into Egypt, and now his whole family doesn't know where he wound up because they weren't paying attention. And he gets lost from his family, from everything he knows, from the person who loves him the most, and his dad, from the person that was at least trying to be a little bit kind to him, and Reuben. He gets lost from the people that didn't like him. He just gets lost. He's gone. Nobody knows where Joseph's at anymore, except for God. The Lord was with Joseph. This is chapter 39, verse 2. The next part of the story of Joseph goes from him being sold into slavery into this moment where the Lord still knows where he's at. So if you feel lost sometimes, and we all have those moments, when you hit those situations in your life where you're just like, what is happening? Maybe you feel like the person that's being chucked, as my story went, into a swimming pool, and you're flying through the air going, what is happening? You need to remember, to the core of your being, God is with you always. We're going to talk more in groups. See you there.